Okay, well, this is the last video of the year. I'm sure you're sad. I'm sure you would like to do more, but I'm sorry to disappoint you. This is going to be it. So any of the review that you need to do, you need to look back at old videos from this unit over the last few days. Make sure you go back and watch the ones on parabolas. Make sure you watch the ones on ellipse. Make sure you watch the ones on circles, and then this on hyperbolas. So this is it, and here we go. So for letter C, we've got a center that's not 0, 0. Okay, well that's fine. Center is going to be -3, 1. Okay, opposite of x, opposite of y. In the x direction, we're going to go 4 units, because square root of 16, and that's under x. And in the y direction, we're going to go 2. All right? Now, again, important to note is which way this is going to open. X is first, so we're going to open side to side with the x-axis. I'm going to do this graph by 2's to make it all fit. Actually, I'll do by 2's. 2, 4, 6, 8, 10. 2, 4, 6, 8, 10. Now we're going to have to pay attention to what we got going when we go to find those equations of asymptotes. Right, so the center is -3, 1, which is going to be in the center of a box if you're using the notes. Okay, back to -3 up to 1. Now to make your box, you're going to go 4 in the x direction. Okay, to get to the axis, you'd be 3, and then 1 more is 4. You're going to go 3, and then 1 more is 4. And then you're going to go in the y direction, 2. So 1, 2 in the middle of the box, 1, 2, middle of the box. Okay, dotted box. And so you're going to have to pay attention to how you made that box. Think about what you did to do it for the equations of the asymptotes. Okay, so now dot in from the corners and through the center. Dot in from the corners and through the center. Okay, just as is. Alright, and now make it open sideways along the x. So sideways, 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 because again, x is first. Okay, for your foci, you're going to do c squared equals a squared plus b squared. Okay, we're going to add and subtract to the x part of the center because x is first. Again, how do you know you have a hyperbola? Fractions minus equals 1. Really, to be honest, the big thing is minus and equals 1. That's the big tip off to it being a hyperbola. Okay, so now c squared is going to equal a squared, which is 16, plus 4. So c squared equals 20. You're going to square root. C is going to equal plus or minus 2 square roots of 5. You can break down square root of 20 into square root of 4 times square root of 5. That makes plus or minus 2 square roots of 5. You're going to add and subtract that to the center where the major axis was. The one with the biggest number. Sorry, I'm having trouble getting this out. It's the one that's first. I apologize. The one that's first is what you're going to add and subtract. It's for the ellipse that it's the one with the biggest number. All right, but anyways, so we're going to add and subtract to the center where the branch is open by whichever one is first. So this is going to be -3 plus 2 square roots of 5, 1. And then -3 minus 2 square roots of 5, 1. We're adding and subtracting that to the center where the branch is opened. Okay, lastly, we need the equation of the asymptotes. So we need the center, the point. -3, 1 is our point. And then how did you make the box? How many did you go up? How many did you go in the y direction? Your slope is going to be up 2, and we went over 4. Okay, again, I'm using the numbers here because the graph is kind of hard to figure out what I went on. So I went up 2 and over 4. The slope is reducing to 1/2. And it'll be plus or minus because it goes up and it goes up and back. So now your equation of your asymptotes in point slope form from integrated 1 is going to be y minus 1 equals plus or minus 1/2 times x minus -3. Minus minus turning to plus. And there are the equation of your asymptotes. I'm fine with you leaving them in that form. Now if it's multiple choice, you might have to solve for y, distribute, combine. I mean, this is what you're supposed to know from integrated 1, so if you're not sure on how to write the equation of a line, you might need to YouTube and look for some other videos on how to write the equation of a line if that's something that you don't know how to do. Okay, but again, from integrated 1, you should know. All right, letter D. Let's finish off. This is our last one. Here we go. Center here is going to be 0, -2. Now, you might have thought -2, 0. No, 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 no. X is first. X is first. X, y. So whatever the x number is, then your y number. Okay? Now, the branches will open up and down because y is given to you first. But again, you have to get this center part right by putting 0 for x and -2 for y. Okay? Now, when we go to make this, we'll go 1 in the x direction, and we're going to go 6 in the y direction. Okay? All right, so let's set this up. So, let's see, thinking about this. It's going to go a little off the graph, and I'm going to do it by ones. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Okay, you're going to plot your center, 0, -2 right here. You're going to go 1 in the x direction, and then you're going to go 6 in the y direction. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Down 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Make a dotted box. And then you're going to make the asymptotes to the center and the corners of the box. Okay, again, dotted. So through the corners of the box and through the center. And now you have to decide which way this is going to open. Since y is first, it's going to open with the y-axis. Okay, so we're going to open with the y-axis, up and down just like this. Okay, and there will be your proper graph. Now, as far as your equations of asymptotes and foci, let's finish off with that. Okay, so foci, we're going to find that by doing c squared equals a squared plus b squared. Okay, so c squared equals a squared, which is 36, plus 1. Remember, there's a 1 under that x squared. So c squared equals 37, c equals plus or minus radical 37. That's what we're going to add and subtract to the center where the branches are. That's with y. So my two focal points are going to be 0, -2 plus radical 37 and 0, -2 minus radical 37. And there we go. There's your foci. Now lastly, you need the equation of the asymptotes. So for the asymptotes, you need a point, 0, -2, and you need the slope. Now again, how did you make the box? You went up 6 over 1. So the slope is plus or minus 6 over 1. So your equation of your asymptotes is going to be y minus -2 equals plus or minus 6 over 1 times x minus 0. Minus minus turns to plus. Now, I'm going to actually show you because you might have to solve for y on the test for these. You distribute that 6, so you're going to have y plus 2 equals plus or minus 6x. Just distributing the 6, and 6 times 0 is still 0. Subtract over 2, and y is going to equal plus or minus 6x minus 2. So if you do have to solve for y, there's the way things are going to look. You made it. You did it. I did too. So again, this is it. So go back, and after you've done today's homework and you've submitted on Google Classroom tonight, go back and re-watch other videos to help you study for this, re-practice things from the notes, the homework questions that I gave you, and then we will be ready for the test on Tuesday. That's our last day of work, the test, and then we'll have final grades ready for you after Tuesday. I really wish we could have been together for the end of the year, but sometimes that's, what can you do? We're trying to follow the orders that we've been given, and we've done a good job as a group. And again, I miss not seeing you guys. I wish that we could have been together for the end of the year, but again, we can't. So I just ask that next year when you walk by in the hallway, please say hi to me. Don't act like you don't know me. I promise I won't act like I don't know you. I mean, we were in this together. We're still in it together, and I'd really like to say hi to you again next year. So have a great summer. As of now, this is Mr. Walker saying until the next time. You guys have a great summer. Bye-bye.